Hey, I'm live on Facebook. Let me get it all propped up because I don't have one of those cute little proppy things because I'm cheap. Okay, so, that's just the way it works. So, I just got off my Zoom meeting with my students. And if you're not a part of that, you can, if you're not a part of any of my Zoom Bible studies, students 6th through 12th grade, just send me a message and I'll send you the information and you can be a part of it too. And so like I said, just send me the information. Just message me, and I'll send you information if you want to be part of that Zoom meeting. It's a real good time. But the good thing is, a lot of stuff is opening up. Pray that we don't have another wave of this stuff, so we have to shut it down again because I don't know. I don't want to go through that. At Tomahawk, I'm looking about July 1st to start kind of thinking about bringing students back to the church, so just be aware. There's nothing set in stone yet, but that's my target date. Of course, with all the CDC recommendations and all the whatever we have to do in whatever area we live in. So just keep that in mind. July 1st, looking to start something at the church at Tomahawk. Again, all right. So, this week our Bible study was on Proverbs. Was in Proverbs chapter 1, verses 8 through 15. Now, Proverbs were written by a guy named Solomon, King Solomon. He was a wise guy. Honestly, he was wise. He was smart. He had a bunch of wisdom. In fact, Songs of Solomon and Ecclesiastes are two books that's full of wisdom. He knew about wisdom. He had wisdom. So Proverbs 1 verses 8 through 15 was written by him. And I really want to also look at Exodus chapter 20, the first 17 verses there. Now, if you look at Exodus 20, 1 through 17, you might see a familiar heading, and it's this 10 Commandments. Now, I grew up in a church, and I had the same Sunday school teacher when I was in high school, and he would always say this: what is wrong with listening to your mom or dad? What is wrong with don't kill? What is wrong with don't covet, don't murder? What is wrong with that? Morally, nothing. Biblically, nothing. In fact, Exodus was written about 700 to 900 years before Solomon penned this proverb. So, and these two never met. And in my research, I didn't see Moses and King Solomon in the same family and lineages or anything like that. And I looked for about a week, and I didn't see it. So what we see here is two people from two different families, 700 to 900 years apart. Moses lived to be 120. Solomon lived to be about 60. And then you also have the story of Moses getting the tablets that God put the 10 Commandments on, coming down from Mount Sinai. And now you have King Solomon over here talking about wisdom. So this is the interesting part. Okay, I'm going to read you verses 8 and 9. Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and don't reject your mother's teaching, for they will be a garland of grace on your head and a gold chain around your neck. The parallel here, or the reference here is Exodus 20:12. Honor your father and mother, so you may have a long life in the land the Lord has given to you. You see a parallel there? Remember, 700, 900 years apart. So King Solomon is basically saying the same thing in a book called Proverbs, a book of wisdom. So let's continue with Proverbs 1, and let's read 10, 11, and 12. My son, if sinners entice you, don't be persuaded. If they said, come with us, let us set an ambush and kill someone. Let us attack an innocent person just for fun. Let us let's swallow them alive like Sheol, Sheol, still healthy as they go down into the pit. Now that Sheol word basically means grave or place of the dead. So we look at the reference in Exodus, and it's Exodus 20:13. Do not murder. So King Solomon is persuading the reader of Proverbs, don't follow people who are about to kill someone, about to attack them, about to put them in the grave. Do not do that. Again, it parallels in Exodus 20. Again, 700, 900 years apart from two different families. Verses 13, 14, and 15. We'll find all kinds of valuable property and fill our houses with plunder. Throw in your lots with us, and we'll all share our money. My son, don't travel the road that they are set foot. They don't travel the road with them or set foot in their path. Excuse me. So the reference here is, I kind of lump another commandment here with it. It's Exodus 20:15 and 17. Exodus 20:15 says, do not steal. Very simple. At the beginning of Exodus 20 says, do not covet your neighbor's house. Do not covet. Okay? Now, covet is a $5 Bible college word for don't be jealous. Don't be envious of anybody. In our terms, don't be envious because someone's got the latest iPhone, or your neighbor's car is better than yours, or their house is better than yours, or don't covet. Okay? So the reference here is don't steal and covet. And that's what we see. And a little history lesson, casting lots, it was a game when Old Testament people made decisions. They would cast lots, basically a big dice game. And he's saying, don't be a part of that either. Don't go stealing people. Don't go taking valuable property for someone else. In fact, my version has the word plunder, so the stolen property. So don't steal, don't covet. Okay, so these verses in Proverbs, a book of wisdom, and then you have Exodus 20. 4 of the 10 Commandments was kind of referenced in Proverbs 1. And it's very interesting that King Solomon in Proverbs 1 is talking about this and is saying, don't do all this. He's kind of regurgitating the 4 of the things. My son, don't obey your parents. Don't steal. Don't murder. He's telling us all this. And I usually like to make 3 points just because I'm that guy who's like, oh, I gotta have at least 3. But really, there's only one takeaway to all this, is wisdom begins with humble beginnings. Your life of wisdom begins with humble beginnings, with simple rules of listening to your mom and dad. Don't murder, don't steal. If you want to look at the other commandments, don't commit adultery. Have no other gods before you. It really begins there. And Solomon sounds like, to me, he is basically saying the same thing. Hey, look, it starts here. This is where it starts. This is where wisdom begins. Listen to your parents. Don't murder. Don't steal. Don't covet. This is where wisdom begins. And that is the point I have. Again, guys, hey, just wanted to tell y'all, any students lives in the Hedgesville, Berkeley County area, interested in coming June 1st. I have no details right now. I'm still talking to the pastor about what we need to do. We start looking at guidelines for West Virginia, and of course, our little area of West Virginia, where we're in the Eastern Panhandle, and we have all these other states around us. What do we need to do? How do we open safely? So just keep that in mind. For anybody who goes to the Daily Grind on Wednesdays, Daily Grind has not opened their building up for people to sit in there yet. Again, they're just doing everything safely and slowly, just like everybody else should be doing as well. So just keep that in mind. July 1st is my target date to start having some events. I got some stuff approved last night or a couple nights ago, so just keep an ear out for all that. Monday, if you're on Zoom, if you want to be a part of this costume contest and talent show practice, and I will see y'all later. All right, hey, take care, everybody. Enjoyed it. Y'all be careful out there. Treat each other nice. All right, later, guys. Bye.